Banks, and welcome to a new episode of OBXE TV, where we give you the inside scoop on what's happening in the local and regional entertainment world. I'm Sue Artz. For over 4 decades, the Poulos family has provided the Outer Banks with its favorite local Christmas tradition, decorating their Kill Devil Hills home with millions of lights in a spectacular holiday wonderland, unlike anything else you've ever seen. Today, our special guests are the owners of the Outer Banks Christmas House, Jim and Ann Poulos.
Doors inside there. And all these totes at one. They had something in them before we started. So.
Yeah, so you probably just stack them right to the ceiling.
It's all the way to the ceiling. All the way to the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that box is for the living room or the dining room specifically.
You take the Bible out.
Yeah.
So there's the carpet that goes on the floor.
Oh. Yep.
And then I've got the shed. There's a shed over there and a shed back there as well. And as you can see, this is a fake wall. This is a fake wall. Normally this wall is not here.
That's a perfect picture.
I guess about 12, 13 years ago, something like that, I saw a little frame on the side of the house. It was a Barbie doll little house.
Yeah, the dream house.
With little, with little, I think they are still in here, to tell you the truth. But the frame itself was just a little plastic thing. I said, I can do something with that.
Yeah.
So I made a little church out of it.
Nice.
I put a little lid over it and so on.
Yep.
And then finally, as the years went on, I just decided, well, I'll frame it in.
Yeah. Yeah, that
The
was
plastic comes off so for storage. And
nice. So do you set all the little people up, or your wife helps do that?
she does that.
So-
She does that. But just like the year that I put the first church, it was up there where the movie screen normally, up there where y'all park. I had it up there, and I says, honey, I says, that church looks so small up there. I says, go down to Kmart and get me some white lights. And I says, moving lights. She said, okay. So she goes, that was the year I decided to go with the hoops. I took the hoop and put across the road to bring a little bit of attention to the church, you know.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, I said, nah, that looks like McDonald's now, because the white lights, it just gave it
With
a
the arches.
yellowish look,
Yeah.
golden arches.
Yep, golden arches.
I don't like that. I said, go get me some blue lights.
Nice.
So I put the blue on with the white, and then it made it
it
look
made it
better.
better,
So we did it there. And I said, well, it really looks good. I said, let's put one down the other end. So, that's filled with those same boxes.
Wow. Never have too many.
Reason that white ladder is there, that's where we store everything. All the animated figures and all, they go in that. The floor is just about a foot underneath that frame.
Huh.
And that's all storage.
And it goes
up
the
there.
whole length. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It goes about 25 feet back.
Nice. Nice.
So what we do, you see the bags, we put everything in bags. And we
Just throw them on back there. Yeah.
get them back there.
Well, thanks so much for being here. Today our special guests are Jim and Ann Poulos. And I guess you're known as the Christmas house around town.
The Outer Banks Christmas
Yes,
house.
the Outer Banks Christmas house. Nice. So we know you're so busy this week getting ready for your grand illumination, which is going to be happening Thanksgiving night.
Yes.
So I know you've told us before, but can you tell our viewers just how did all this start?
Many years ago, it's been 45 years now.
Wow.
We got married and we started decorating our home the same way our parents decorated their home. Not to this extent.
Right. Yeah.
Mom and Daddy, they'd decorate the house. Ann's mom and Daddy would decorate the house. And, you know, Christmas was that special time of year. We got our school clothes. Everything came Christmas. I mean, we didn't get it during the year. And so
Right.
Christmas was that special time of year for all of us. And so when we got married, we started decorating our home. The first year for our children, basically. And over the years, as the children got older, we just kept adding a little bit to it and so on. And when we moved to the Outer Banks, that was back in 1979, we were right in the middle of the energy crisis and all. And we lived on Chowan Drive at the time.
Right.
We lit the house there, and it was so dark down here with the lights lit.
Right,
You could actually see the glow coming off of the Wright Memorial Bridge.
Nice.
And before you know it, people were coming by, seeing the lights. The kids were all going to school, and they'd come home and say, so-and-so said they came by the house last night. And I said, well, good. And so they got a lot of joy out of it. And so each year we just kept adding a little bit to it. And then we moved to our home in Ocean Acres there. And that was 1981, wasn't it? 1981. And we've been lighting that one ever since. Now, I really feel that the topography that I have at that location has been able to give me the initiative to go on year after year and add a little bit to it. Because, I mean, I can sit back and think of the years ago when there was absolutely nothing there. There was a big piece of property, and at the time I had one Santa Claus, a nativity scene, and a snowman.
Wow.
And that's all it was. And each year we just added to it. And it's come to what it has now.
Wow.
It was funny, the kids would say, Mom, Dad, look at all them cars parked outside. And we'd go, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I mean, well, why are these cars coming by?
When did people just start like parking and walking around?
Well, let me tell you this. We actually started in Virginia Beach, lighting the house. And I happened to be working for Southland Corporation, and this was right in the energy crisis and all. So Southland decides they're going to get out of the Christmas light business. I was in management. They called me up and said, look, we need to get rid of all our Christmas lights. We're getting rid of Christmas lights. We're getting out of the business. Count them up, write them off, throw them in the dumpster. So that's what I did. Wrote them up, throw them in the dumpster. As soon as the store closed up, I went out to the dumpster and I got every bit of them back out.
Nice.
So I had plenty of Christmas lights.
Yeah, you can never have enough Christmas lights, that's for sure.
And then that same year is the year that we moved down here to the Outer Banks. So when I told you we had plenty of lights on that house to glow from the Wright Memorial Bridge, that's where they came from.
Wow.
When we moved over to the house on Ocean Acres, we still had plenty of lights, and we were able to light the whole house. And you know, I'd say over the past 15 years, it's gotten to where the size that it has gotten. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know Santa comes out every now and then.
yeah, Santa has been coming to the house since my youngest daughter, or no, my youngest granddaughter.
Oldest granddaughter.
Oldest granddaughter, right. My oldest granddaughter. And she's, what, 19 now?
And she was 6 months. We have pictures of
We have pictures of Santa holding her at 6 months old.
Nice.
So, Santa has been coming for the last 19 years.
Wow. You guys, now you have like a guest book that you lay out, and people, they just come from all over. And
Yes, we've started putting the guest book out probably 15 years ago. And it was just for our own curiosity, see where the people were coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have them coming from all
Everywhere,
over the country,
right.
all over the country.
But that guest book started, we knew we wanted to get and find out who these people were. We created, the first thing we did was created a big greeting card.
Correct.
That's how the guest book got started.
Nice. I must have missed that.
And you
before my time.
signed the big, huge greeting
That's
card.
awesome. Probably got a little like hard for storage after.
Well,
so
there
many-
was, not enough room on it.
Right.
You know, and so then he came up with,
Let's
make a
just
guest
make
book.
a guest book.
Nice.
You know, this just isn't working, you know. We
And
can't.
it's funny, just last night I was putting the touches on the cart that holds that guest book. And I said, I got to go get some guest books.
Yeah. Yeah, because I bet you fill it up every year.
And, well,
do you have like a guesstimate about how many people?
We use a thing with about 500 pages on it, and we'll go through probably 5 of those every year.
Wow, that's crazy. So that's like thousands of people
Thousands
just
and thousands of people
come through. That's amazing. Wow.
In the last season, we had over 250,000 people sign the guest book.
Nice.
That's a lot of people when you concern 35,000 in all of Dare County.
Yeah, and that's like just a span of like a month from Thanksgiving to when do you
To New
stop
Year's.
lighting? To New Year's, okay.
I'll go to Old Christmas sometimes. It depends on how the weather is. If it's not bitter cold, but I try and go through Old Christmas,
Right.
which is 10 days after
And
the
we've
New
had
Year.
special requests.
Yes. We have people they've got their family coming
Right.
down and
We can't
they
make it
haven't
during
seen
that
it.
month.
Says, okay, well, we'll keep it open for them.
That's nice. So now the kids are all grown up, and I guess because he says that, you know, even though when we first moved in here, my oldest son's 14 now, but I was pregnant with our 7-year-old, and I'm like, it's for the kids, but it's really for the big kid over here. So, because it's a lot of work that you have to do. I know we just on a small scale, you know.
Do you know, Christmas is for all ages. You can be an infant all the way to 100-year-old person. I mean, we have 100-year-old people come out there with tears in their eyes.
That's amazing.
And never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
That's great.
And the kids are still all involved. The grandkids, I mean, they come over, you know, and stand outside with us.
Yeah, that's great.
It just touches so many people's hearts.
I'm sure it does.
You know, it gives us that warmth in
So
our
that's what
heart
keeps you
at the
going.
same time. Yeah.
And I never, you know, thought about like the touches that the wife puts on. You know, setting up the village and like this very intricate details, and
She's the detailer.
so that's awesome that both of you together like loved Christmas from the start.
Yesterday we had a lady, her name was Debbie. She came by. She had her old car. She owned a thrift store, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And she'd gotten out of the thrift store, and she was hauling her stuff
Oh,
to
nice.
Hotline and so
Uh-huh.
on. And she said, well, I'm going to take all this Christmas stuff to the Poulos house.
That's so
And
great.
so we ended up with a lot more stuff. And I mean,
Nice.
I used it to decorate that cart out there for the sign-in book.
Yeah, because it has grown bigger. I know even since I've been going in the last 8 years, I've noticed that now you even have like, it seems like more parking too for people.
Well, in 2005, when Al Roker came down, it was pretty large then, but I say it was large. I think it's astronomical compared to what it was
Yeah,
in
it is.
2005.
Now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Each year, the community, you know, we'll go out after Christmas and we'll hit the after Christmas sales.
Yep, that's what we do too. That's the best way to.
And we'll buy a little bit just to add to it.
Right.
And it's something special, you know, something that touches our heart. And I says, well, that's going to be different. So we'll add to that. And then, sure enough, every year somebody at the beginning of the season will bring us what they're not going to use
Yeah.
from the previous year, you know. And so each year we've been able to. This community has built that situation out there.
That's great.
So it's a community effort, it really is, and we thank all of them.
That is great. I know we had somebody give us the majority of their Halloween decorations this year, and we were just like, wow. because they couldn't get it up and down in the attic anymore. And so it was the Today Show, is that right?
Right, the NBC
Yep.
Today Show.
How did they find out about you? Did you call the show or?
No, I
It was
didn't.
a last minute thing.
They were running a contest. The name of the contest is Al, as Al Roker, will be home for Christmas. That was the name of the
Nice.
contest. Well, my daughter kept coming to me and says, Dad, I think you need to enter this contest. I says, no, I don't want to enter the contest.
We didn't enter.
I says, I don't want to enter a contest. I says, that's not why I do it.
Right.
She says, but Dad, she says, you're not looking at it the right way. I says, what do you mean? She says, you touch a lot of people's hearts out here. I says, yeah. She says, but just think how many more that you could touch if you entered this contest. Well, I looked at her and I says, Christy, I says, if you want to enter me in the contest, go ahead and do it. And this was the last night that you could possibly even have a chance of doing it.
By
You
12 o'clock.
By
the next
12
day.
o'clock the next day, a video had to be put in
Wow.
telling
That's
Al why you wanted him to come see your lights and so on. Well, needless to say, she says, okay, I'll do it. So it was pouring down rain.
Of course.
Pouring down rain. We stayed out there till what, 11:30 at night?
Oh, it was more.
Might have been later. Might
It
have been
was
later.
later.
But she kept, what it was, you had to take a 60-second video. 60 seconds, which is not very much.
And just 10 years ago, though, that was hard to do. Now everybody has a cell phone that could take video and.
Correct. But it was a 60-second video that you had to show the whole place and tell Al Roker why you wanted him to see your home. And in that that's all you had.
It had to be a
seconds.
video on camera.
Right.
So she worked on it. I know it was several hours. We were out there in the rain, standing in the rain. I said, there's no way this is going to do it. There's no way. Well, she overnighted it that night. It got to New York. And the very following day, they called us and told us that they had already chosen 5
Like
recipients,
finalists,
finalists. But they were putting us in place of another one because they liked our home. But now, they didn't tell us that we had won anything or anything. Just, you need to watch the show on December the 19th. Is we will, is it 19th or 18th?
Well, they narrowed it down to 3.
Yeah, well, right. But they were narrowing it down to 3 homes. And so we sat there and we watched the program, and we happened to be one of the 3.
Ooh, how exciting that must have
We
been.
find out watching TV, not by a phone
Wow,
call.
that's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
And needless to say, then you went online and you voted. They put it out throughout the country. You went
Right.
online and voted for the best out of those 3. And then the winner was going to be announced on December the 19th. That's
You
what
had
it
to
was.
watch TV.
You had to
Right.
watch TV
Okay,
to
yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Well, we were sitting there December the 19th watching the NBC Today show, and it came across the thing, the Poulos house.
The winner
That's amazing.
is, and we're all like, come on, come on.
Wow.
I mean, it was a total shock to us. It
Yeah.
really was.
Nice.
But you know, we really enjoyed we appreciated it. And when Al came down, it was just wonderful to have him.
then you've been on several other like networks and shows.
Right.
Do you have like every year like regular people coming out? Like I know you said like National Geographic, or do they kind of just like kind of share footage, or how does that work?
Well, basically what they've been doing, they've been sharing the footage from NBC Today show, HGTV came out. They filmed their own
all day long.
They were out here probably
Till 11 o'clock
14,
that
15
night.
hours
Yeah.
that day filming during the day and the evening, and that was for their program. A few years later, they had passed it on to the Fine Living Channel. Fine Living Channel's passed it on. Our home station, Carolina TV, they picked it up. They've done their own filming. Ken Mandy did a wonderful job. And it's been on TV basically every year since 2005, and so it's being promoted. The realties, they come out, they take their own little footage, and then they'll put it on their websites for people to enjoy.
Trying to bring more people here.
And so, like I said, it's been a community involvement. It really has.
That's awesome. So when you moved to from here, just down the road a little ways, did you already have it in mind that you're together? That you're like, all right, we need enough, like more space for.
No, I
Christmas
had
dinner."
I had no idea. We
We never know what we're gonna do.
Each year it's a little bit harder each year because I'm sitting here saying, how am I going to make it look different from last year? Because I don't want it to go stale. And so each year I try and rearrange, which means the electrical gets changed, everything. And I've had so many people tell me, Jim, you outdid yourself again this year. And I said, well, how am I going to do it next year?
Because there's no planning. When the boxes start coming out, we look at them and go,
Yeah, there's absolutely
Right. So how
What are we
is
gonna
he Ann, around this time of year, or is he like a little stressed out? Is a little? I'm sure there's moments where you're just like, what am I doing? Like,
no, I think he's pretty calm.
by now you probably have like your routine down.
Oh yeah, if he gets mad, I just throw an ornament at him.
Yeah.
She does too.
I bet those Christmas stars are dangerous.
And I'll say, I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah, I'm not going down that hill no more.
That is a big hill. Yep. But now it's nice. You have like a little
Just
walkway down
yesterday,
there.
I'll bet you she
I
called me 5 times. She was down at the bottom of the hill. I was on the other side of the yard. I'll bet she called me 5 times. And each time I had to walk over to the hill. And I says, will you please get it all together? I said, I'm tired of walking over here.
And he's got this habit. All his life he's been like this. When he does something, he likes to do it the first time just for trial and error. And then undo it and redo it.
Oh wow.
So he started doing that to me. So now when he walks over, I watch him. I go, get out of here.
Perfect.
That's right.
We're not touching it.
No, we're not doing it a second time.
Like, how was like the people around you?
The neighbors have absolutely been wonderful about it. At one time I had an issue about people parking across the street from one of my neighbors, and I went to her and I said, look, we'll do anything we can to oblige the situation, anything we can do. And so over the past several years, she's softened.
That's
and
nice.
We've been able to try and keep the traffic congestion from in front of her house, basically. And I spend a lot of time myself out there directing traffic.
Yeah, it's tight. It's a tight fit down there.
Yeah, it is.
It is. So.
Yeah. Well, that's good that they've all been supportive and stuff.
Actually, my other neighbor has me decorate their yard. I mean, it's
As if you don't do enough already,
Yeah.
you know, like.
and Chester Smith, he called me up and, Jim, I can't hear your music. Can you turn it up? He's inside his house and he wants to be able to hear the music inside his house.
When did the music start? That's probably like been added more
Yep,
recent
That's
years.
been, even in Virginia we had music.
Yes, we had music in Virginia.
That
so
definitely adds a nice touch.
It does.
So do you guys have a favorite Christmas carol? Like one that you love?
Grandma got ran over by a
No.
reindeer.
I think we have a lot of favorites. You want to see old and young alike boogie, put Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train
Yeah.
on. You look out there and I don't care how old or young,
Yep.
they are dancing away.
And the trains, that's one of like the most spectacular things over there. Now, did you, because I know my dad, he used to collect, you know, when he was a young boy, those Lionel trains. Like, did you take any of that from your childhood that you had, or did you just get all new stuff?
I've got a few items that I had when I was young, but basically, you have to watch me. I love trains.
I can see
And I'd
that.
have the whole yard full of trains. I have to stop myself. Do I need that? No, I don't need that.
He used
So-
to go to train shows every year.
But and as a child, I liked the trains,
Uh-huh.
and what I have found out, I don't care, big, small, they all like the
They
trains.
do.
They really do.
Yeah.
So, but I've got to kind of watch myself, be very careful, because I will put too many trains out there.
Gosh.
I made this one right here.
It just must be like so many hours. Like you're probably like, all right, it's like 10 o'clock at night. It's time to eat dinner now. You know, like
Yeah.
stop.
What's that? We get pizza deliveries from some of the shops. And
Yeah,
They
yeah.
come by with food.
Yeah, no problem finding your house, right? That's like us.
That's
We're like,
right.
we're the Halloween house over here, and they're like, yeah, we know you guys.
No, they just call and say,
Oh, are you
pizza?
hungry?
Yes, I'll be right there.
Can't
you know.
wait if we ever get to that point. That'd be so amazing. Nice. So is it just the two of you? I know you said you had some of your landscapers like doing some yard work, but is it mostly just the two of you doing everything?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the two of us. And as we open up the season, then the family. Now, see, you notice they stay away while we're putting it together.
Exactly. Yeah.
But they all want.
They want the glory.
They
of
want
it.
the glory, so they're all out there with us when we open up.
Yeah.
But they're a lot of help because they
Yes,
help
they are.
direct the traffic, keep things going, keep eye on things, and so on. Which I need the help.
Yeah.
back
Right.
there.
Yeah. Kids are kind of crazy, and yeah, they get running everywhere.
And
Now,
even-
my one
even-
daughter, her husband has made us, we've had them recut things. Or they've painted stuff for
Right.
us. You
Yeah,
know.
just this year he's repainted the nativity scene
Yeah.
and so on. So I mean, they get involved with it.
That's
We
nice.
appreciate
It's like
it.
bonding experience.
But as far as setting it up and stringing the lights,
Right. Right.
putting the stuff out, it's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
can
keep
imagine.
telling them if they're going to be taking it over one day, they better learn how.
Exactly. Yeah. Gosh. Yeah. That's what. So you don't have any kind of like binder, like blueprints or anything.
no.
Yeah, because it changes year after year.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Our 10-year-old grandson probably knows more about running cords and all, because he helps them sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he retains it.
Nice.
So.
I love how you have like a little bit of everything in there. Like Valentine's Day is my personal favorite holiday, and so I love like your love heart.
Well, over the years, we've made so many different things. I mean, we really have. And it's...
Yeah, we have gone. And they have funny stories behind them. Like we had a swing that had a fake Santa. Well, one night, 4 older ladies decided they're going to plop down with that Santa. Now, these ladies were not skinny. We heard kaboom!
Oh no!
Needless to say, that was the end of the swing.
The swing ended right there.
Gosh.
And then the hammock, people would try and lay down.
Yeah, they're hard to get into. Yep.
But now, let me tell you this story. I don't know if you noticed the well out there with the bear in it.
Yeah.
Feifel, the mouse.
Yeah, both Feifel.
Okay, Feifel the mouse was out there for many years. This is when the kids were going to school. One of my kids had wanted or gotten it for Christmas.
Yeah.
She had gotten Feifel
It was real
for
big
Christmas.
then.
So we put Feifel out there in the well. And year after year it sat there. The kids used to come home when they were going to school. They were telling me, says, so-and-so said they're going to steal Feifel. So-and-so said they're going to steal Feifel. Feifel never went missing. Well, the year that my last child went off to college, Feifel got stolen that
He
year.
did.
Is that the only thing though?
So
Yeah.
Feifel got stolen, and the following year, a young girl comes up to me. She says, "Where is Feifel?" I said, "Well, somebody wanted Feifel more than we did. They took him out of." Says, "We don't know where Feifel is." Do you know, lo and behold, 3 years later, that same little girl came back to the house, and she had a Feifel in her hand.
She did.
It's like magic.
She
moments.
says,
Yeah.
"My mommy and I were at a garage sale. And we found Feifel at the garage sale." She says, "And we wanted to bring him back to you."
You're like, can I have the
And,
address?
and this, well, it was in Florida.
Whoa.
They were in Florida.
Jeez.
And so, needless to say, that same Feifel is still in the well
That
today.
is amazing.
Well, we've had several people enter the house.
Yeah.
And like it was a learning experience.
Yes, it was.
We need to learn to lock our doors.
Yeah.
They thought they were in a museum or something. And
Some of them were funny, some of them.
And I mean, it wasn't that
on
they-
purpose, right?
on purpose. They just thought it was open.
3 little old ladies went in, and we didn't see them go in. My son lived there then. Well, he was upstairs. He come chomping out of the shower with a towel wrapped around him.
gosh.
Leans on the rail. They look up. He looks down, and they go, "I don't think we're supposed to be in here."
That's funny.
But, you know, it was funny.
It was
They
just an
immediately
accident.
left.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
they didn't mean any harm.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a replica of one of your houses in there somewhere?
Huh?
Like your house have you made a small version of that?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. You know, but that's a good idea. Thank you.
So on Thanksgiving night, is there like a moment where you do like the kind of Chevy Chase Christmas and everybody, where you just
No,
kind of like flip
actually-
the switch or something, or
Even
I wish we could.
even today, when I go home, I'll be plugging in lights, getting them working. And Thanksgiving Day, I probably start early in the morning
Yeah.
to put on the final touches to know that what I've got done is going to be the finished product for Thanksgiving night. And so basically, I run through, I turn the electric on, different circuits. I amp out all the circuits, make sure it's safe,
Yeah.
and so on. And I spend most of the day, Thanksgiving Day, doing the final touches and cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, he cooks the
Oh,
turkey
yeah?
in the ham.
That's awesome.
He stays up
But in
all night.
between, I run back and forth.
Nice.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving after dinner, the lights are already on, and people start coming by.
Right.
to see.
So there's not like an exact time where
No.
people like.
No.
show up. That's kind of nice because it's like less pressure. And I know, like back in the day, I'm sure your light strands, because now they make them much better where, you know, if one goes out, they all don't go out. But I'm sure you probably ran into that a lot, like when you first started.
Even with the new LED lights, and we've pretty well gone 85% LED. The LEDs don't last any longer.
Really? I think they do a little bit, but we have some on the inside of the house.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yes.
Outside, they will
Yes.
not work any longer. When you take steel and you mix it with water and salt,
Right.
you're going to get rust. Rust is not a conductor of electricity.
Yeah.
Right now, I've got a sleigh full of last year's lights
That don't
that
work.
I'm going to have to throw away.
That's funny because
But
like,
you pull the bulb and they're rusted.
You pull the bulb out, and it's solid rust.
I always hate that when, or like half the strand goes out, and I got one of those little gun things, but it doesn't really work. And I sit there and I try to fix it, and the next thing I know, it's 4 hours later, and I'm like, that's it, I give up.
See,
Just buy a new
that's
one.
that again with rust. That thing is designed to pick up electrical current.
Right.
It'll pick up the electrical current going in the line, but it won't pick it up in the bulb because of rust.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I never thought about that, but I did notice that they don't get hot like the other bulbs
No,
do.
they don't.
So inside is much safer.
And you can burn a whole lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably at least 13 years ago, I had another service put into the house because I had run out of electric. What I've found now, I've got more than enough electric.
Did you notice like a decrease in your electric bill over the years, or?
The electric bill is coming down, but that's a small part of it now.
Right, yeah.
Because switching over to LEDs, the maintenance has gone up 5 times.
Gosh, because all your so much of your stuff
I
is
used to
outside.
buy lights for $3.99. Now I'm buying lights
Right, for $9.99, yeah, $7.99,
$17.99.
yeah.
What was it? 6 boxes of LED
Yeah.
moving lights, a little over $100.
$112.
Just yesterday.
Just yesterday.
I guess I know you guys got a lot to do, so I should probably stop talking and let you get on back there, but it's probably nice to step away for a minute.
It is. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Well, I'm Sue Artz with OBX Entertainment and OBXE TV, and we'll see you next time.
This is Sue Artz with OBX Entertainment, and we're here at the Poulos Christmas house. About to see them all lit up, and we're very excited.
Harley, get the picture, dude. Come right here, Harley.
I want a picture. Yay! 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 All right.
girl up nice and tight. I stand out from the window and I look into the night.